Greetings tonight from Doc Ock here at Black Facts Central. How's everybody doing this evening? This is Doc Ock coming to you live and direct with some good music and some good vibes, just like you might expect. All right, so the proverb for tonight. Almost forgot. Let me not forget. Okay, keep mind my manners. Before we get on with our proverbs and our story, as always, we ask that you go ahead and give us a like, a thumbs up, and subscribe below to the Tubular Black Facts channel if you have not done so already. And make sure to let your friends and your family know too. Don't just hog it all for yourself. Be willing to share. Let somebody know that you really do care. Now, proverb for tonight. It is only the water that is spilt. The calabash is not broken. It is only the water that is spilt. The calabash is not broken. It's only the water that is spilt. The calabash is not broken. And that is a proverb from Mauritania. So we got a Mauritanian proverb there. And continuing on, we're moving into the final days of the month of March with our African myths and folklore from the archives of Carter G. Woodson. Let's see what he has for us tonight. Tonight he has a story with a very interesting title. The title of the story tonight is The Ingrate. So if you don't know what an ingrate is, here's a good example of an ingrate. A very poor hunter was one day walking through the woods in search of food. He came to a deep hole and found there a leopard, a serpent, a rat, and a man. They'd all fallen into the trap and could not escape. When they saw the hunter, they begged him to get them out of the trap. At first, the hunter did not wish to help out any but the man. The leopard, he said, had often taken his cattle and eaten them. The serpent very frequently bit men to death. The rat was no good to anybody, and he saw no wisdom then in setting any of them free. However, these animals begged so hard for their lives that at last he helped them out of the pit, all in turn except the man. Promised to reward all in turn except the man, promised to reward the hunter for his kindness. The man said he was very poor, and the kind-hearted hunter took him home and cared for him. A short time after, the serpent came to the hunter and gave him a very effective cure for snake poison. Keep it carefully, said the serpent. You will find it very useful one day. When you are using it, be sure to ask for the blood of a traitor to mix with it. The hunter thanked the serpent very much. He took great care of the powder and always carried it about with him. The leopard also showed his gratitude by catching game for the hunter and bringing him food of various kinds for many weeks. Finally, one day the rat came to the hunter and gave him a large bundle. These, said he, are some native cloths, gold dust, and ivory. They will make you rich beyond compare. The hunter thanked the rat and took the bundle into his home. After this, the hunter was able to live in much ease and comfort. He built himself a fine new house and put in it everything needful. The man whom he had taken out of the pit still lived with him and enjoyed everything the hunter had in his home. This man, however, was very covetous. He did not want to see the hunter have such a fortune, and only waited the chance to do him some harm. Such a chance soon came. Word was given throughout the country that some robbers had broken into the king's palace and had stolen his jewels and many other treasures. The ungrateful man rushed at once to the king and asked what would be the reward for telling him the name of the thief. The king told him it would be half of the things which had been stolen. The ungrateful man then falsely said that his friend was the thief, although he well knew that the hunter had not stolen anything at all. Yeah. Now you may be starting to get the idea why this story is called what it is. The honest hunter was rushed into prison. He was then brought into court and asked to explain how he had become so rich. He truthfully told them how he got his wealth, but no one believed him. He was therefore condemned to die the very next day. Next morning, while the officers of the court were preparing to take his life, word was brought to the prison that the king's eldest son had been bitten by a serpent and was about to die. Anyone who could cure him was begged to come and do so. The hunter at once thought of the powder which his serpent friend had given him and asked the officers to let him use it in curing the king's son. At first they would not let him try, but finally consented. The king asked him if there were anything he needed for the powder, and he replied, a traitor's blood to mix with it. The king at once pointed out the wicked fellow who had falsely accused the hunter and said, there stands the worst traitor, for he tried to sell the head of the friend who saved his life. The man was at once beheaded, and the powder was mixed as the serpent had commanded. As soon as it was applied to the wound of the prince, the young man became well. In the midst of great joy, the king gave the hunter many honors and sent him home happy. Wait a minute, something's not right about this story. I thought they were about to execute the man. Said he was therefore condemned to die the next day. While they were getting ready to take his life, blah, 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 does that happen? Well, I don't know. But it seems as though that story had a missing part to it that explained why the king now thought that this man that turned him in was a traitor. That was an odd story. Okay. Well, so be it. Such is life. You just can't live life without any strife. There's always going to be some kind of strife in your life. The best thing to do is just to figure out good ways to deal with strife. And right now, the best way all you little children out there can deal with some strife is to follow my directions. And what I'd like you to do right now is take your little head and put it on your little pillow, on your little bed, close those eyes, and wait for that sun to rise. And when you feel those sunbeams beaming down on your eyes, feel free to arise and greet the new day in a whole new way. Meanwhile, all you adults out there, you know what we need y'all to do. Go ahead, give us a like, give us a thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel below, Tubular Black Facts. And then go ahead and share the link. Link it up with your friends, your family, your grandmammy, all your worldly relations. Link us up. Spread it around, put the word out, and make sure there is no doubt that we are here and we're going to be here for more than just 1 year. Doc Ock signing out. Peace out, y'all. We'll see y'all tomorrow at noon. Until then, Kwaheri, Tuta Anana.